welcome back to Westlaw Plays FTB Infinity. Why have we got some cool stuff to do today? So last episode, if you remember, we became very noisy and we started off with this lot. All our kind of initial journeys into our tech tree. Now you may have noticed, I've just opened that, I've made a couple of extra chipsets since last time. I've made a diamond chipset, which took a very long time, and I made that off camera for that reason. This is going to be very important later. And I made 6 iron chipsets, which we're going to need as well. So what we're doing today, well, we're going to make some more machines. And my goal is to make use of the materials I've collected in here, which is a manilulululin hammerhead, steel plates, paper tough binding, and a slime tough rod. So I've made the components of a hammer, I just can't put it together. One of the main reasons for this is I need a tool forge. Bring up our tool forge, there we are. And this will allow you to create better tools at Tinker's Construct. However, in this mod pack, I've got to use Terra Steel, which ain't happening, or dense refined iron plates, which we're actually surprisingly close to. But I'm going to need a compressor for that to use refined iron plates, which is just basically all dictionary as steel, if you're wondering how to get refined iron. So our first job of the day is we need to make ourselves a metal former. So let's bring up the metal former. Here we are. It's going to be our first IC2 machine. It's going to require a fair amount of crafting. So first of all, we need a basic machine casing. So we need an iron chipset and 8 iron plates. And for the moment, that's going to mean we're going to need 16 iron. Let's just grab a stack of iron for now. Now, I'm not going to make a whole load of plates using this, because one of the main reasons why we're having a metal former is it will actually allow us to craft plates 1 for 1, rather than using a forge hammer and having to use 2 materials to make 1 plate. The metal former will allow us to make 1 for 1, which is incredibly helpful, especially when resources are so scarce. The next thing we're going to make is an electronic circuit. Now, this thing looks fairly scary. I need 2 redstone, 2 insulated copper cables, another iron plate. Now, how do I make these copper cables? Well, it's simple. I need rubber, I need copper cables, which is a copper plate, and some cutters. So let's get started on that. Let's grab ourselves some copper. We haven't got much of that. Some redstone, and I've already been collecting some rubber as well. I'll show you how to get rubber very shortly. So we're going to need 6 cables, which means we're going to need 3 plates, and that requires 6 copper. There we are. Grab those. Our cutters. There's our cables. Now, they're currently uninsulated, and very simply, to make them insulated, throw them in the crafting grid with some rubber, and we're pretty honky-dory. For you that are wondering how to make a cutter, fairly simple. You just need some iron plates and some iron. There you are. Wonderful. Okay. We just need 1 more iron plate. Should have made that to start with. There we are. Pop that there. Pop our cables around the outside. Redstone. Electronic circuit. Now, we're almost there now, I believe. Right, the next thing we need to make are these copper coils. So we need an iron ingot for them each, and they each need 8 cables. So 8, 16, 24. So we're going to need 12 iron plates. We might not have enough copper. We might do, we might not. Just in case, while I'm going to start crafting this, I'm just going to cook up some more copper. I realise I've got some tin in there as well, which is not as useful as I would like. Let's take that tin out while we're doing that and get started crafting. There we go. 6 for now. Throw the cutters in there, and we've got 12 copper cables there. It's obviously not going to be enough, but I'm going to have to wait for that to cook up as well. And oh, that was a massive derp. That was a massive derp. I don't need insulated cables for this. I need uninsulated cables. Well, it's probably a good job I am cooking up all that copper then. Let's try that again. Let's grab ourselves some iron ingot. Well, there's one. Well, In fairness, I'm going to need to use these cables later anyway, so it's not the biggest loss. Oh, it's all turned into bronze. It's all not. Oh, it's all going Pete Tong. It is all going Pete Tong today. I thought I took out enough tin. I thought it would all be good. It wasn't. Oh. Okay, well, we should be able to still manage, I'm hoping. If not, we're going to run into some resource problems. Okay, well, that's all the copper we're getting, apparently. The rest has turned into bronze, which wasn't particularly smart on my part. Close that. Make some more plates. And we'll work out how much more copper we need to get ourselves with them, because there they are. Okay, well, that's not even going to be enough for the next part. Okay, so do I have any copper left? I don't think so. No, don't have any copper there. Can I make the wires out of anything else? Let's try this. I mean, I would be very surprised if I could. This is another reason why we're making a metal former. If you look here, 1 ingot equals 3 wires in the metal former. Very, very good. Let's sleep through the night. Because I don't want any beasties hanging outside. Well, I do know I have enough bronze for the next part, because I already crafted this ahead of time. So let's bring our metal former back up. There we are. I need to make these toolboxes, which is quite simply a chest and some bronze item casings. How do you make a bronze item casing? Well, you hammer a bronze plate. And let's see, I need to make 5, I need to make 10 bronze item casings. Okay, well that shouldn't be too difficult. It's bronze, get the plates, item casing, grab some wood. 2 chests. Oh, not 3. Oh well, I'll have use for those later. I'll be wanting to make some more storage drawers with that anyway, so it's not a waste. Although I've been quite wasteful already today. Good job, Ash. Okay, so let's, for now, we're going to put these away. Inventory is getting pretty full. Oh, there is some other stuff I can put away, I imagine. Let's throw the rubber away for now, and the redstone. Right, I think what I'm going to have to do, unfortunately, is go out and do a little bit of mining, because otherwise I'm never going to get this done. I need quite a bit more copper. So if you'll bear with me, I'll go and grab myself some copper, and then I will be right back. Hi guys, some time mining later, which is still rather embarrassing. I managed to get myself a fair amount more copper. I'm not actually sure how much more I need. I should probably work that out. So I'm going to need, what, 4 more after this craft? Okay, which means I need to use 8 copper. No, I don't. I need to use 2 copper. Because each plate will give me 2 wires. Okay, that's fine. Good, right. I think we're now back on track after that little setback, which was of my own making. There's enough setbacks in this mod pack without making your own problems. Okay, I think that's about it. Let's have a look at our recipe. 3 coils, basic machine casing, electronic circuit, and 2 toolboxes. Good. Well, that took a lot longer than it ever should have done. Ta-da! Wonderful. And having this as well should hopefully stop us from having any of these large problems again with resources, because we've now got a very nice way of getting ourselves cables and plates and all that sort of thing, which is half the point of doing it in the first place. Just so you know, this is another reason why I'm using immersive engineering, because it will both output RF and IC2 power, which is EU, which is absolutely brilliant. And it's a really cheap and easy way to do it, so why the heck not? Cool. So now we have our metal former. The next thing I'm going to need is the compressor that I mentioned earlier. So how do we make this? Well, this is a much more simple crafting recipe. I like this. Electronic circuit, basic machine casing, and some stone. I'm going to grab stone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need two of you for the electronic circuit. We've already got the cables, thanks to my derp, that actually proved quite useful. Oh, do apologise, that would be my phone going off there. If you do recognise that ringtone, props to you. Okay, and I need one more chipset. Forgetting it already. I'm going to need 8 plates. I should have already been doing this. Rolling, yes please. Let's put 8 in total in here. I just made some plates, didn't I, without using the metal former. That was very, very silly. Okay, there we are. This will take a little while to do. But it's really cool, especially because you've got all those different modes that you can use there. Including the copper cables and all that sort of stuff. Cool. So compressor, we're pretty much almost done. Once we've done this, we will be able to make our tool forge, which is really what we're aiming for today. Then we can make our hammer. I've got some pretty cool stuff I want to do with the hammer as well. There we are. Cool. Let's just grab ourselves some beef jerky. Always very good to have. And we'll set some more up. Nice thing about this is every time you come and grab some, you can just very easily set some more up. It's a really nice source of early game food. I really recommend you guys try it out. In fact, we're actually going to throw, let's say, I don't know, 16 more in there. Purely because I know we're going to use them at some point. So we might as well make some more and have them ready for when we need them. Cool. So, there we are. Let's throw our plates in here. Basic machine casing, electronic circuit, and smooth stone. Wonderful compressor. Now that was much easier. Much easier. Let's throw that down there. Now these are all temporary homes, which is why this place looks so bloody awful. Don't worry about it. I won't be using this as a permanent home for anything. Just check the coal in there as well. Probably could do with a little bit more. Don't want to use too much more coal, because hopefully we will be free from coal-based power soon, so we can use our coal for crafting and all that sort of stuff, and it won't be hopefully quite as noisy. Cool. Right, so that's that done. What do we need now? Well, we need, for our tool forge, as I said, we need some dense refined plates. So we need 4 of those. Each of those is going to take 9 refined iron plates. So that's going to be, what, 36? So we need 36 steel there. You know what, just do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. You notice I've been making quite a lot of steel, knowing I'm going to use it. Although this is using up a lot of it. So we've got, what, 47 left behind after this? That's quite painful. Steel is difficult to make for us still at the moment. Right, let's take that out, put you in. We've got our 9 refined iron plates in there. We'll just throw you in there for safekeeping. Cool. While that's happening, I'm going to start moving a lot of this stuff over, especially the stuff I'm not going to be using immediately. Now, there is a really cool item in the mod called packing tape that you can use if you want to be moving this stuff. Because usually, if I was in a starting place, I wanted to move where I was, I'd have to break these, collect all the items individually, put the chest back together on the other side, then move all the items. That is subpar. That is not cool. We don't really want to be doing that. So all we need to do, right click, right click, right click. I love this stuff. And you'll notice as well that actually this has a durability. So you don't have to make a whole ton of them if you're going to be moving lots of stuff. That will do for now. And then if we just break this, there we are. Now, I believe these don't stack. No. So you're still going to be taking up quite a bit of inventory space while you're moving. However, much less than, 4 or 5 chests full of stuff. Again, just another reason why Storage Drawers is one of my favourite mods. So I'm not entirely convinced of where I'm going to be placing this. Oh, I've missed a couple of blocks there. I'll have to remember to replace those. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to be placing this yet. Let's throw these down here. And I probably will play around with it a little bit as well. I'll just throw them down here because then it's going to be much easier to move them once they're already here. There we are. Those can go there for now. And I'm planning to kind of have this entire wall covered in drawers, which I think will look freaking awesome. Also very useful to have everything I need crafting available right there at the click of a button. Let's run back over. We should have some plates made, because as we make 9 plates we want to be moving them over into the compressor to get this process started a bit quicker. There we go, we've got 13 in there, so let's throw in 9. Okay, well that's a lot quicker than the metal former is. We're going to want to speed this up pretty soon. Okay, as well, while we're waiting for that, let's see, 5. We want to make something else, and this is what our diamond chipset is for. If I bring up the storage drawers mod, we have ourselves here the drawer controller. For that we need a diamond chipset, some cobblestone, redstone comparators, and a drawer of some kind. There's one drawer of some kind. Now the comparators I believe are just quartz, redstone and stone. Yep, so I need 6 stone, 6 redstone torches and 2 nether quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have I still got some wood on me? No. 1, 2, 6. Should be enough as well. Okay. Craft you. I need the stone, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Throw you down there. And let's grab the quartz. There we are. Let's see, can I shift click? I can. Wonderful. Oh, it's getting to night time, and I believe I'm going to have some more plates ready as well. There we are. 13 there. Okay, so let's sleep through the night. Awesome. And I'm going to run over here, and I'm going to show you why I was so excited to be making this drawer controller. This thing is awesome. It's going to allow us to do quite a lot of automation in terms of storing items and all that sort of thing. So basically all you do is connect it to some drawers. Not doing anything. It hasn't got a GUI. Shift right click. Nope, doesn't do anything. What it does do, however, let's take some of this. Oh no, we don't want to take that many. Thought I'd have more beef than that, to be honest. What have I got a stack of? Oh, I've got some egg, I know that. Seeds. Yeah, we'll take some of those. Take some spruce saplings, and we'll take some oak saplings as well. Now, normally what I would have to do, of course, is find where these go and right click. What I can do, however, is come over to my drawer controller, right click, boom! Everything has gone back to where it should have been. This thing is amazing. It's going to save me lots of time. And now I actually have a storage system, a system that not only holds stuff, because chests do that, but also it sorts itself as well. This drawer controller you can pipe into, so you can have, like, if you've got automated mining or other automated things, you've got items coming in, it will automatically put items in their respective places. So I really, really like that. Now, a lot of you who play modded Minecraft will normally use things like applied energistics. Applied energistics is in this mod pack. It is, however, nigh on impossible to get to, at least in the early game. If I just bring up applied energistics, let's find actually the controller for applied energistics. I can't remember what it looks like. They might have even changed it. Also, I'm using this new mod pack texture, so I'm not sure I know what it looks like anymore. Here we are, ME controller. So to make myself an ME controller, I need enhanced Galgadorian metal. How do I make that? Large lump of Galdador, okay, how do I make that? With lumps of Galdador, okay, how do I make that? Oh god, glowstone dust, eyes of Galgador, stabilised metal, blocks of diamond. Yeah, that is not happening. That is not happening anytime soon. So yeah, applied logistics is plainly just not an option. So we've got to come up with something better. For now, the storage draws will do. What's that? I thought that was some fries then. I mean, I know I got fries through Ham's Harvest Craft, but I didn't recognise those ones. So yeah, we're going to have to come up with something better, and I've got a couple of things in mind, including logistics pipes. So if you guys know what that is, you've got that to look forward to as well. I really like logistics pipes, but I tend to find it really hard to justify using it when I've got ME, whereas this pack forces me to use it, which is quite good. There we are. After all that effort, we have ourselves a tool forge. I've been looking forward to this moment for a long time. I've wanted myself a hammer. I love my Tinker's Construct hammers. Let's put this together. I'm going to explain why I've kind of used each of these materials as well. Now, I've used the Manolin hammerhead because it gives us a very good mining level and also has a mining speed of 9 and a durability of 1200, which is quite a lot. Now, ideally, I'd also be making the plates out of Manolin. However, Ardite and Cobalt are hard to come by, so that's all I could get really. So I'm using steel. Now the reason I'm using steel, it still has quite a high durability, gives it reinforced too, but also I read this actually that your tool in terms of a hammer has its mining speed defined by all three of these and the average, and then divided by a common denominator. So you want a high average if you can to make yourself have a high mining speed. And the reason I'm using a slime tough rod is because it gives me a durability modifier of ×2 on the handle. So let's have a look at this. This is my Manolin hammer, hopefully. Let's have a look at it before we take it out, because once we take it out, that's it. You can't break it up. So we're going to make sure it's right. So I have an effective durability of over 20,000. That's amazing. A mining speed of 3.86, which is disappointing. However, that's because it's a hammer. Hammers have a slow mining speed anyway, and we can quickly fix that. Reinforced 2 and slimy, which apparently means that I have a chance of spawning slimes whenever I break blocks. So one of the first things we're going to be doing is grabbing some redstone. We want to be throwing a lot of redstone on this thing. Grab a stack more. Oh, I'm so excited to use this hammer. It's quite sad, I know, but I'm really excited to use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's A level, and that leaves us 2 modifiers remaining. And the mining speed is already at 6.26. Let's try another 5, 2, 3, 4. Last one. There we are. Mining speed now of 9. That's not too bad. Now we could put another level of redstone on there as well. I don't want to do that. I've got some more plans for what I can do there. And I'm getting quite hungry. Let's eat some food. Okay. So I'm just going to grab some materials together for my next part of my master plan to make the awesome hammer that I'm planning to make. So bear with me while I just grab all that stuff. And welcome back, guys. Thank you for sticking around. So let's explain what I'm doing first. Well, I actually made myself a rock crusher off camera. I made this actually between episodes. Oh, I love that sound. It's so cool. Because I need this crushed obsidian. Now, just to remind you of the recipe, it is quite expensive. So you are going to want to get yourself a lot of diamonds before you start this. 4 diamonds per craft, and you need 3 crafts, so 12 diamonds in total. Plus you need a block of steel per craft as well, so you need 3 blocks of steel, or in other words 27 steel, so not cheap. This machine is also very power hungry, so I'm just going to disconnect that as well. Cool. So we've got ourselves some crushed obsidian. Next thing I want to make is a circuit board, and these wires are getting in the way. Just a basic circuit board will do. So I need some tin there. I need some redstone here. And let's turn it on. Hopefully. I need to put it in there for it to see it. There we are. Wonderful. This also requires water as well. You can just put it in with a bucket, which is what I did. It's much easier to do that way. So we've got ourselves most of what we need. What am I making? Well, I'm actually going to make myself an energetic infuser from thermal expansion. That's right, we're going to get our first thermal expansion machine. To do that, however, we are going to need a basic frame, machine frame. So we need for that a dense refined iron plate, 2 crushed obsidian, basic circuit board, tin gear, and iron chipset, which is why I've been pulling all this stuff together. Grab myself an iron chipset, and this should be all that we need. 2 of those, tin gear, basic circuit board. Make me, please, a machine frame. So that's going to take a little while to craft, but that's okay, because we're going to make the second part of this hammer build now. I'm going to quickly sleep through the night. Notice I'm very paranoid about things sneaking up on me while I'm crafting. Okay, so we're going to need ourselves some flux capacitors. Now I want to get up to the redstone flux capacitor, but to do that I have to go through the chain. And while I do this, I'll also explain why I want this. So I need, for this one, for the leadstone flux capacitor, 3 electrolyte, 2 copper ingots, a lead and a sulfur. And I should be able to do that quite easily. Oh, 1, 2, 3, copper ingots, lead and sulfur. What have I done wrong? What am I missing? Electrolyte, lead, copper, sulfur, electrolyte, lead, copper. Oh, that's the wrong kind of sulfur, I think. Let's see. No. Well, that's annoying. There's 2 different spellings of it within the same mod pack. So how do I get that sulfur then? Well, I can't get that apparently. Sulfur dust. Extract will turn that. Okay. Well, I know I can grab some from the nether, so I'm going to go do that quickly. Let's see, is this finished crafting? No, this has got a while to craft anyway. So that's really annoying, but that's something for you to watch out for. There are multiple types of sulfur, and apparently they're not all ore dictionary together, which I wasn't aware of. That usually is the case within a mod pack. Everything with the same name or similar name is actually ore dictionary. So I'm going to have to run into the nether quickly, grab myself some sulfur ore. Hope I don't get molested by pigmen. Alright guys, well I actually found some right off the bat, which was very useful. So nether sulfur ore. To turn it into actual sulfur ore, you do have to smelt it. So we'll just wait for this to cook up. I actually only need 1, which is really frustrating as well. The rest of the crafting recipe does not require sulfur at all once we've made the first capacitor. Good, well we got some. And for your information, yes, I was molested by pigs. Okay, so leadstone flux capacitor. We will get there eventually, guys. Don't worry. Right, so we need some more electrolyte. We need some invar ingots, and we need some tin. Okay, again, I should be able to... Actually, no, I know I can't shift clip this in because this doesn't stack. Okay, that's fine. So let's throw these here. We'll throw some tin down there, and we will use our electrolyte. Good. Fantastic. And then the last part, we're going to make this redstone flux capacitor, which requires a diamond as well, which is very expensive, but also very worth it for this hammer. I love this hammer dearly. I'm willing to dedicate it some resources. So why do we want this? Well, the biggest reason why we want this is we can actually use it as a modifier for our tools. So I can put this on, and it actually now has an RF value of 4 million. What this means is it actually will use power instead of durability. And as I've spent so much time, effort and material making this, I'm going to want to make sure that it's going to last. And the way to do that is with RF. So this is going to take a very long time to make. So I'll probably make the rest of it next episode. However, I'm really quite tempted to use this, and I don't think I'm going to be able to hold it back. And I want to show you guys how effective this is as well. So we'll just find them. Here we go, this will do. Let's see how fast this is and how amazing it is. Oh wow, look at that. That is fantastic. This is going to make mining that much easier. Look how far I've got already. Oh, I'm dead happy with that. That's awesome. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I realise this episode has been punctuated quite a few times by some hiccups and quite a couple of derps. But I hope you've enjoyed it. We've made some really good progress. We've managed to get ourselves some more machines set up. We've got ourselves an awesome hammer. And we're now starting to move things over into our house as well. So I think between episodes, I'm going to move everything else over in preparation for a better power system that is, first of all, and most importantly, not as noisy as this thing, but also generates more power, which is also good as well. So thank you guys for watching. This is Westlaw over and out. I'll see you soon.